this is the most non-OnePlus looking OnePlus phone that I have reviewed till date. Well, this is the OnePlus Nord CE3 Lite. It is one of the most affordable OnePlus phones you can buy right now in India, and also one of the most eye-catching OnePlus phones that you can own. But are good looks enough? Well, I think you'll get to know by the end of this video, so stay tuned. I think I've already made my love for this phone's design very evident, and I must say that it's an attractive phone largely because of the color choices here. There are two colors. This one is the pastel lime. There's a more subtle chromatic gray option as well, but I think this particular color is going to sell a lot. It's still a plastic back and it catches a lot of fingerprint smudges as well. And ergonomically, this is not the best possible phone as well, because it feels big in hand, is thick, and also slips a lot. The weight is just about okay, 195 grams, so I can't call this phone too heavy, but it isn't too light either. This definitely does not give you the most premium in-hand feel, but definitely stands out in the market. Also, in terms of functionality, this phone covers most boxes. You get a 3.5mm headphone jack, there's a Type-C USB charging port, and there's also a side-mounted fingerprint sensor placed on the power button, and the power button's position is also pretty much easily reachable. Oh yes, did I forget to mention the alert slider, which by the way is not there. Overall, I kind of like this design, even though I'm not a huge fan of these glossy phones otherwise. Okay, so this is an interesting bit because I got the phone, I took it out of the box, I started using it only to realize that the display's responsiveness is not as much, or as it's not that smooth, only to find out later that this one actually comes with an LCD panel and not an AMOLED panel. Now, in the past, I've been in a lot of LCD versus AMOLED debates, and I've tried to defend LCD panels as well. But this is after a long time that I was using a phone with an LCD screen, and the difference was instantly noticeable. Now, don't get me wrong that LCD panels are not necessarily worse than the AMOLED panels, but you can feel that the responsiveness is not at par. But apart from that, it's a decent panel for the price. You can see it's very punchy, colors look fantastic. You get the high refresh rate option here as well, and the brightness is also okay, but it could have been better. Now, this phone comes with Qualcomm's Snapdragon 695 chipset. Now, it seems to be the go-to option for most phones in this price point around rupees 20,000. We saw this chip recently on the Poco X5, on the Realme 10 Pro before that, and I think it's the most gets the job done kind of chipset, tried and tested chip for sure. It is capable of handling day-to-day tasks. It also runs most mid-level games with ease. I played Asphalt 9 and Modern Wars. Both games ran pretty well, and the phone doesn't heat during a 30-minute gaming session. One of the limitations of this chipset is that you don't get 4K recording support on the rear camera. The software is neat as usual, hardly any bloatware to see. My only complaint is that the Nord CE3 Lite gives only 2 years of Android updates, while all the other Nord lineup phones usually get 3 years of software updates. So this is something that OnePlus should have done better with. It's a typical budget mid-range sort of a camera system where you don't expect or get much out of the other cameras around this big main camera. But let's look at the specifications first. So the main camera here is of 108 megapixels. The other two sensors are 2 megapixels each, one for depth, one for macro, and on the front you're getting a 16 megapixel selfie shooter. One of my first complaints with the camera system is that there is no OIS on it. I know there are very few options in this price point that offer you that, but very recently we had the iQOO Z7 at 18,000 rupees, which comes with OIS. So I think OnePlus could have gone with that, but here what you're getting is EIS. And now let's look at the camera performance as well. You can see some images on your screen. Obviously, you don't expect much out of the other two lenses, but the main camera does a pretty decent job, especially in the decent light conditions. I managed to click some good images. Obviously, the details aren't that great, but I won't complain much either. You can't expect a disruptive camera performance for this price. The camera limitations are visible in low light and during night. You can see the pictures lack clarity or sharpness, especially in this particular case. You can see the top of the building has been completely underexposed. You can hardly see the building, and that goes for both front and rear cameras in low light conditions. The other two rear sensors are pretty much useless. Depth assist can still come handy while clicking portrait images, but the 2 megapixel macro sensor is there for the sake of it. So overall, the camera does pretty much what a rupees 20,000 smartphone camera is supposed to do. So this one comes with a 5000 mAh battery pack, and it is pretty solid in my use case, which usually involves a lot of gaming, watching content on the phone, clicking photographs. I sort of left the home with about 88% of battery in the morning, and after 10 to 12 hours, the battery was still at 56% with about 2 hours of screen on time. So you can expect the phone to pretty much last one day. You are also getting a 67 watt fast charger inside the box. So charging the phone is obviously not that much of an issue. Okay, so here's the thing. When the OnePlus Nord CE 2 Lite launched last year, a lot of people bashed it. And I think they were somewhat right also, because that phone was not at par with other phones of that price segment in terms of specifications. But guess what? That was one of the best selling smartphones of 2022. And I see this one right here selling in huge numbers as well. And that's because a lot of people still prefer better user experience over just specifications and hardware. And in terms of specifications and hardware also, this is not a bad phone. It's a pretty capable phone. And what I can tell you is that if you want a phone around rupees 20,000, you should definitely consider OnePlus Nord CE 3 Lite. My rating for this phone, Fiiber's rating for this phone is 7.5 out of 10. Let me know what you think about this phone. Let me know what you think about this video. If there's a particular phone that you want us to compare with this one, do let me know. What I'm going to tell you is that we are doing a battery drain test comparison with the iQOO Z7. So that video will be up on the channel very, very soon. Stay tuned to Fiiber. If in case you have not subscribed yet, please go and smash that button. Subscribe to Fiiber.